Well, good morning. Welcome to this edition of our weekly Ag Market Network Market Outlook. This is brought to you by FiberMax and also Stoneville Seed. The exports have just come out. We have not looked at them yet. We're going to look at them right this moment and see the market reaction. Cotton net sales of 12,900 running bales for old crop 2017-18, down 89% from the previous week. Pakistan took 6,900 bales. China took 5,900 bales. South Korea took 2,800 bales. Now let's take a look at, so we did have reductions. That was a large part of what happened. For new crop 2018-19, net sales of 247,700 running bales, with Vietnam taking 93,400, Pakistan taking 36,400, Malaysia taking 26,900. Shipments of 227,300. Good numbers for new crop and pretty decent shipments considering what we've seen lately for sales. See the reaction of the market. Cotton was down 26 before the report. It doesn't look like it's taking it too well. We're actually right now down 57 at 87.51, a low of 87.30. I guess they were expecting bigger old crop numbers on that. Next, going to soybeans, net sales of 252,300. That's up 59% from the previous week. Increases were shown for the Netherlands taking 78,500, Canada taking 74,300, Iran taking 71,400. Soybeans, reaction. Soybeans were down 4 1/4 before the report. Right now, November soybeans are down 4. Corn, net sales of 641,000 metric tons, up 59% from the previous week. Japan took 123,800. Argentina took 80,000. Saudi Arabia took 77,500. Corn was down a penny and a half just before this report. Right now, corn is down a penny. Wheat, let's see, net sales of 300,000 metric tons, up noticeably from the previous week. Philippines took 136,200. Thailand took 64,000 metric tons. Honduras took 42,400 metric tons. Reaction of the market, wheat was down a half-cent before the report. Right now it's down, it's unchanged on the day. Take a look at some observations in the market. The cotton low was made 9 days ago at 81.75. Right now we're at 87.62. We've had a good rally. Looks like we have made the low in this move. If you remember, we had a crop report that came out that was very surprisingly bullish. So it could be that the new trading range is maybe down toward a low of 85 and a high toward 90. That's until we have some type of a trade agreement. With a trade agreement, I think we will move, and I don't know when that'll happen, but it will move anywhere. The trading range will move up from low 90s to high 90s, because what's been ignored has been the crop progress in Texas and West Texas, and it has not been good, but that is not a new story. It's just the market chose to ignore it most of the time because it was all wrapped up like the other exportable markets or ag markets. It was so wrapped up in the talk of the trade sanctions that the large speculators that had been very supportive to these markets decided to pull out, and when they did, they sold their positions, and as they sold the positions, it let all the air out of the market. I think we just had gotten to a point where we were unrealistically low, not paying any attention to the news, just caught up in the panic of the moment. Soybeans, corn, wheat, looks a lot like cotton in that it is those markets reached low levels, far lower than they should have. We think probably a week ago the market seemed to start realizing that, and we started to firm up off those levels. How much of a rally could we see in soybeans, corn, and wheat? Well, if we finally get some settlement on this, or the trade sanctions are lifted, you could see as much as $1 rally in soybeans. Why is that? How could that be? Because we lost that much at least. We lost more than that off the announcement of the trade sanctions. I think it's fair to think it can take that back. Corn could see a 30-cent rally. Wheat could see a 50-cent rally. That's what I expect to see when it finally comes out. And I think that there's going to be some settlement to this trade war or these sanctions before harvest in the Midwest. I just don't think that this administration can let this thing move into a period where harvest is taking place, and for farmers that are forced to sell their crop, they're selling it at very low, unprofitable levels. Hard to believe that would happen. In addition to that, you've got election coming first week in November, and it would not be a good thing probably if they let it go to that. So hopefully they'll work this thing out sooner rather than later. Let's look one last time at the markets. Cotton market right now is down 54 at 87.54. November soybeans down 4.5 at 8.53 1/4, a low of 8.51 3/4. So that market is pretty close to where it was before this report came out. Corn is right now down 1.5 pennies. That's where it was before the report. Wheat right now is down 1/4 cent. It was down 1/2 cent. So not a lot of change in soybeans, corn, or wheat, but we have seen this market drop. It looks like about 25 points from where it was in cotton. Have a good day. Thanks for joining us for this edition of our weekly market outlook brought to you by FiberMax and Stoneville Seed. Thank you.